Hello everyone, welcome to another video with me, and what I'm looking to do in this video is actually completing off the Ford Mustang build. It's taken me a little bit of time, a lot longer than I thought it would, with the rusty bolts and all sorts giving me headache. But what I'm looking to do in this video is actually look at fitting the bumpers back on, completing up the interior ambient light install, as well as that looking to just put like the center console and those kind of bits and pieces in. So it's going to be a fun little journey, but hopefully in this video we'll get right to the end. In fact, there'll be a little sneak peek here, and yeah, we'll pick up there. So let's jump right into the video. I think at the moment the way my plan is going to be having the light coming up and over here and up and over on the other side. But the issue on that one is this opens up. So from what I can feel, there is a groove up in the top I'm going to try and wedge it all into. But first up, I've got to remove this cluster because I need to access the cigarette lighter port behind here. Oh, it looks like actually someone has been playing around with the wiring over here before. And in the center console piece, I think it just literally sits on top of this. Now, I think there's two screws at the bottom from what I can... Well, actually, that's a hole. There's one there. Might be another one up there. Maybe. Okay, so those four. This would demonstrate pretty clearly what the previous owner was like. I'm pretty sure this is held in with just one screw. That's the one screw that I found. Okay. It appears like someone's played around with the wiring back here as well. The lighting's not the best in here, I'll be honest. It's going to be pretty challenging to film this, but in essence, I'm trying to get access to the cigarette lighter's wiring. I think there's just a live that goes to it, and then there's an earth point at the bottom underneath here. With regards to the doors, now the kit that I've gone for here, it basically has one single live and earth, and then it moved the wire over onto the doors. The reason why that's important is because, well, there's no wiring loom for me to tap into inside these doors. Everything's manual, door handles manual, windows are manual, so there's nothing I can do behind here. So it's just a matter of tucking away all the wiring as best as you can. It's going to be listed in the description below. So this is the kit. It actually comes with two different ways of using it. So with the lights, you can either hardwire them in with this part of it. It comes with another port, which is via cigarette lighter. There we go. Yes, the lights are working. Hoping you all got to see that. Now that that works, I can basically start routing around all the wires for the light. I have to say, I still find it so bizarre and so surreal that I'm getting to work on a 1966 Ford Mustang. Such an amazing experience and such a privilege as well. And I have to say thank you to all my viewers, everyone that does support the channel with the likes, the comments, and the views, and actually subscribing. If it wasn't for you guys, you might not have ever come across my video. And if you didn't come across my video, I wouldn't have gotten this opportunity. So I do have to say thank you, everyone. But right, I think it's midnight now, so I think I'm gonna call it a night. So we'll pick this up now. Let's get it rolling. I need to get this car done ASAP. Look at how big of a difference these lights make in a space like this. Really annoying thing that I've done right now is I actually completely forgot to get the bolts for the front and rear bumper. What's annoying about that is that means that I can't basically finish it off right now. It's Sunday, and it was basically my nephew's birthday. Completely forgot to arrange this thing. You know, that's the one thing when you have families, you forget about these little bits and pieces. But yeah, so right now I'm gonna be looking at doing the rest of the interior work that I need to do, and hopefully taking it on from there. So picking up from where I got in the last video was kind of playing around with trying out which ambient light setup I'm going to go for. I'm going to be using the connector ports that I kind of use on other ambient light installs, just so that I don't have to loosen up too much wiring in this, don't have to solder much and all those things. I feel like the less I'm playing around with the wiring, the better, because everything's really brittle. So here's where we're at right now. So got the light set up a little bit. You guys can hopefully see a little bit better. So we've got the wiring exposed is through here. Just let's see, the lighting is so hard to get. The wire for this, there's only one wire that goes to the back of it, and then you've got the earth point just underneath here. Everyone, I'm just gonna say to you right now, working on old cars is actually really hard work. So let's jump into the car. I feel like a lot of these things, now the owner obviously he knows that his car's very old, not everything fits on right. So I'm trying to work it as best as I can. So I'm just gonna have the strip go over the top, because I think if I do it at the bottom, it's basically gonna dangle and fall out all the time. So at least at the top, there's something for it to be pressed into and hopefully stay there. There's just a lot of gaps everywhere, which is really frustrating for me as an installer, but there's only so much you can do. Now with this one, it will have a little piece of wire coming through here, and I just gotta route this through underneath everything over into kind of like the center console area where I can hide it later on. It's the same over there. The bits on the dashboard is really difficult. I'm gonna look at getting the two doors done first and then kind of basically taking it from there. Like I said, it's kind of hard work. It's very awkward to work with such an older car, but this is kind of the fun challenges that you can get out of it. I'm gonna carry on, put you all on a little bit of a time lapse again, and then I'll pick up with you if I have any updates. So let's go. Just watching some Speed Academy. Gotta say I love their stuff, and this little Ultima sports wagon, such a cool challenge. That's probably something that I would love to do in the future. That's just something that I like to leave on in the background while I'm working on the cars and stuff. I think now I've managed to kind of route around the wiring a little bit in the center console. Honestly, the dashboard is going to be a pain in the butt. I'm gonna have to get creative, gonna have to spend a little bit of time on it. So I'm actually gonna just snap forward to the next point where I've gone with it, because I don't know what the time lapse would look like for this part. So yeah, let's just snap to it now. Right, so you joined me back again, and well, actually quite a lot of stuff has happened since I basically put you all on pause. One, I went and broke my fast, done on my nightly prayers. And two, I actually went out for a drive in the S2000. I literally had to go get milk, and I was like, man, which car do I go in? And I saw the S2000, I was just like, it's gotta be you. And as I was driving the car, I remembered this YouTube video from a while back where the guy just goes out to get milk and he takes his R32 GTR out. And I remember that feeling, and literally as I started driving the car, I was like, I'm gonna go to the furthest point to get the milk. But it was really cool. It was really cool. I'll probably do another video in the S2000 driving it around at night or something like that in the near future. Joining back up over inside the Mustang now. So inside the Mustang, it's not the cleanest of install, as I said earlier. There's a little bit of tube showing through here, but it does go around at the top. But jumping into the car, this is with just a little bit of the garage lighting on, and you can kind of see the ambient light strips on the dash. I haven't connected up the door ones just yet, but it looks good. It looks good. It's coming along. Now having a quick look at it again with the lights on, you can hardly see it, but you can still see it enough. I think this is one that it's going to be very hard to get the finished results perfect without spending a fair amount of money on it all. I think actually the next stage now for me will be putting in the center console. So I have to remove the gear shifter. I think there's a couple of 10mm bolts. Tidy up everything else as much as I can in terms of the wiring. Possibly look at doing the ambient strips across the sides at the bottom. I don't think I can do that purely because it just sits on top of the carpet. It's not really bolted on or anything like that. It's not going to be a secure fitment there. It's a bit of a challenging one to get done. So it's actually time right now to sort out the bolt. When I say I asked my father to go to the shops and get these replacement bolts. So for example, this one, that was a really annoying one, the last one that I had to take off. This is the replacement part for it. The square part at the bottom isn't as big, but Hopefully it should be okay just for a temporary fix, because again, we need to order the right bolts for this. With regards to one of the other smaller ones, I've got one that literally is near enough the exact same size square tip at the bottom, but the only issue is these are too long, so I need to cut them down. That took some time, but finally managed to get them cut down. I'm gonna basically connect everything up onto the new used chrome bumpers, and then get that ready to put back onto the car. What's interesting to know here is these only go in one way really, because you've got the curvature at the top here, whereas on the fronts you got to be careful with the side pieces because they go in different ways. So I'm just gonna get the rear one up now and fit that on. Well, I can say it did go down well, because there we go, the front bumper is on, the rear bumper is on now too. I'll be honest, I was kind of conflicted on how it would look with it being silver instead of all black, but with the black and silver theme that's going on with the rest of the car right now, I think it looks really good. Now there's still a fair amount of daylight outside right now when I finish the car up, so I'm actually gonna go break my fast and then come back outside and I'll show you all exactly how the car looks in the night with the footwell lights done. Oh, that's another thing, I did have to put footwell lights in. The kit that I used, it didn't have footwell lights attached to it, so I got another set of footwell lights. They all work on the same program, which is quite good, so you can control all the colors at the exact same time. And yeah, that's it, the car is actually done. I can finally take it out of the garage, which will be nice, because I got a good few cars coming up this weekend, just to get some work done to it, so be nice to have the garage space again. Don't think the weather's going to be as good as it was when I did the 2 Mercedes on the other weekend. Last minute touch, trying to wait before everything was done. Woo. So everyone, the car is finished and it is really nice to have changed up and to have a look around this car. Just turn the lights on a little bit, playing around with it all. All I can say is I hope you all enjoy what this car ended up like. So just going through everything, the ambient lights on the doors, just done the strip across the top. I've done the strips across the 2 little curvatures of the top over here in the dash. The actual footwell lights just fitted up over there and on the back of the seats underneath as well at the bottoms. Again, same over there on the other side. I think it does give a really nice little glow to the interior. This was a really nice experience, something I really, I'm gonna bring it up again. I genuinely didn't think I'd be in this position to be playing around with the 1966 Ford Mustang. In fact, so many people have been messaging me on Instagram being like, oh my god, that looks amazing, oh my god. Everyone for some reason thought that I bought this car. I wish I did, but yeah, it's not mine unfortunately. But the owner of it is a really nice person. The fact that they trusted me with their car for about 2 weeks now, because I have been doing it, like I said, after breaking my fast and bits and pieces like that. So it's been nice to have the car in the garage. I really wish the E30 was a bit more sorted, because then I could have done some nice shots in between of the two cars. But yeah, the car's all ready now. I've told the owner, and it's going to get picked up on the weekend. If this car is something you want to see more content on, then leave it in the comments below, because I do know the owner quite well now. He's pretty happy with me doing some videos with the car. If you want to see like a point of view drive with it or anything like that, like I said, leave it in the comments below and give me a thumbs up for this video, just so that I know that you've enjoyed it and I can get back in touch and look at setting something else up in the future. But yeah, I think this is a nice point to end the video with the Mustang. Hopefully we'll see it again in the future, only if you guys really want to see it again. But for now, I think we're gonna call it a day, gonna call it a video. If you did find this entertaining or enjoyed this in any way, shape or form, please consider subscribing, give the video a thumbs up, and leave a comment below of what you'd like to see in the future. There's plenty more content coming from me with regards to the E30 and all sorts. So hopefully I will see you all in the near future. Peace out. Bye.